Hello, it's Maryon Stewart, and welcome to my weekly wisdom on menopause and reclaiming your well-being at midlife. So I'm going to be talking today about the fact that very often menopause takes women by surprise. And certainly in the last few months, I found that there are thousands of women in their 40s going into an early menopause, and they're absolutely shocked by what happens to them because they're not expecting anything. There are tons of different symptoms that can come. So if you've had a bit of PMS, you may find that you're suddenly getting PMS for more days a month. Maybe you start feeling, is it hot in here or am I imagining it, as you get these thermal surges going through your body, and that can happen more so just before your period. So you've got what I call these physical symptoms, like the hot flushes and the night sweats, and sometimes aches and pains and just feeling old before your time, and suddenly that can hit you at the time of the menopause, and there are good reasons for this. But when it comes to symptoms of menopause, people automatically think of hot flushes and night sweats, and I have to say I was just as guilty as you probably are, because I assumed, even though I've been working with women for over 25 years, I assumed that that was going to be the case. But when I did a survey of over 1,000 women in my Facebook group, I found out that wasn't the case at all. Very often fatigue and aches and pains were common symptoms, and things like panic attacks and palpitations and even migraine headaches. So there were lots of other things happening. Obviously the dry vaginal tissues that come because your estrogen levels are falling. Sometimes women know that, but they don't really talk about it, not even to their best friends. So you need to understand that menopause isn't that simple. It's not just about the hot flushes and night sweats. There are lots of other things that happen to you, but just because they're happening doesn't mean that they're going to happen forever. You can overcome them. It is possible to do that. Other women get mental symptoms, and I call them mental because they give you panic attacks and palpitations, and they make you feel depressed and anxious and just like a shadow of your former self. And it really can be very scary, and some poor women get all of those symptoms at one time. So trying to work out how to deal with it can be very confusing because there's so much information out there, but the information is not always good information. I've specialised over the years, over the last 25 years, I've been helping women to overcome their symptoms very successfully using a non-drug approach. So everything we do is based on published medical research, and I find over 90% of my patients are symptom-free within the space of 5 months. And what I tend to do is I update the research because there's always new good research coming out every week, and nobody's really looking at it and interpreting it to say exactly what it means. So that's what I do. So you can come to my website, you can sign up for my newsletter, you can sign up to be informed when the new research comes out, and I also do some free training so you can come and find out what's going on in your body, whether you're perimenopausal, whether you're going through the menopause, or even if you're past the menopause and you want to learn how to keep yourself in good shape in the long term. All that's possible, you just need some wisdom. So thank you for joining me.